Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to the over 50 hockey season, midway through the fall 2019 season. And that's right, if you're hearing something a little different, that's because I have a raspy voice and the bug is going around. Let's call it a mid-season bug, but nevertheless, we are still here at the iSports Forums North Rink, ready to give you this week's game of the week. And it'll be a good one, as it's the Gray Wolves taking on the first place Green Hornets. Hi everybody, Angelo Pontello joining you in the broadcast booth, and joining me up here as well as always, Andy Townsend, who apparently also has a little bit of the mid-season flu. Andy, hopefully you don't get me too sick, partner. But no doubt about that at all, Angelo. It's going to be one of those exciting games. Nevertheless, I can't wait to see these offenses thrive, and I can't wait to see how the Green Hornets are going to fare out against a Gray Wolf team that has just been rejuvenated. Rejuvenated doesn't even begin to cover it, Andy. You got a team that has won 2 straight, most recently coming off of a 7-4 win over the Golden Knights last week, in what has been a absolute thriller down to the wire. And then of course for the Green Hornets, it's business as usual. Oh, no doubt about that. I don't think anybody was anticipating this team to be in the middle of the pack. Matt Sharina always does an excellent job of getting the right players in the mix, and now another opportunity to make it a 3-game win streak for them. And so just quickly, a few key pointers to note out from this storyline. Tale of Two Cities is what we call it, as both teams have had an interesting knack when it comes to second period action. The Gray Wolves only scoring 4 total goals in the second period this season, whereas the Green Hornets thrive in the second period with 14 goals. Oh yeah, no doubt about that, Angelo. And if the Gray Wolves are going to be looking to win this one, they're going to have to put themselves in gear, and they're going to have to start playing some serious defense during that time, because when the Gray Wolves get their game going, who knows who can stop them. And so with that, we'll conclude the pregame report for now. But when we come back, face-off coming up next on the other side of this break. You're watching Over 50 Hockey's Game of the Week on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. So face-off officially beginning. Jason Dodonna and Ryan Cleary are officials for today's game. Connor Bortz, our scorekeeper, in the box as we get things rocking and rolling in our game of the week. As Buddha just misses the puck, it comes back opposite direction, intended for Costello. Now back to Aubie. Roger Aubie so far having a good season, Andy. He's got 1 goal and 6 assists to his name. I'll talk about an individual that really is very underrated. We don't give him as much props to get things rolling. And speaking of another guy that doesn't get as much props, Brian Costello, they're tapping it in for the first goal. Yeah, the Gray Wolves are going to need to do a little bit more than just simply playing back on this defense. You know, the Green Hornets are going to be a team that is going to be firing on every cylinder power here, and the Gray Wolves knew that this was going to be happening. That's one of the reasons why they're the top team in the division right now, Andy, is because of sharp play, and this time taking a little bit of a different stand, scoring in the first period gets them up 1-0. Brian Costello now with the second goal of the fall 2019 season gets the Green Hornets on the board first as it gets back over to Paul Delano. Delano finds Finley offside in the corner. Finley looking backside, finds Lou DeMeza. Lightning Lou gets it right back to Delano in Green Hornet zone. Delano looking for options, pass back to DeMeza. And this is Buddha with the shot, gets knocked away by Sharina, rebounded by Delano. Gray Wolves working quickly to come up with the equalizing goal as it gets back to DeMeza. DeMeza chases it far side corner, back to Delano, it gets knocked away by the Green Hornets. Green Hornets now struggling a little bit early on here. They're going to have to find a little bit more firepower to get to that defense. Field intercepted by Mike Morey. Morey off to the side, out to Costello. Gets around to Heldwin far side, dumps it back in the Gray Wolf end. Field is back, gets it around to Delano. Delano looking for options, finds John Thompson. Gray Wolves working from right to left as it gets back over into the Green Hornet zone. Thompson winds up for the shot, kicked out by Chewy. Rebound chance by the Gray Wolves, knocked out. Helwin trying to clear this one away, and he does. And that was one of the exciting points, Angelo, about this Gray Wolf offense is it's a team that is very aggressive and they are going to put it down your throat if they have to in terms of the way they play. The stylish game. Green Hornets really haven't been expecting that from a team in a while. They're going to have to look to counteract it quickly. Puck just out of the reach of George Butler as it gets back to Quicko. 9.5 minutes to go. Green Hornets up 1-0 against the Grey Wolves as Castigliola coughs it up to Heldwin, stripped away by Thompson. Grey Wolves off to regroup. Heldwin gets it back towards Wersinski. Shot fired, deflected off of Doe. Gets back to Quicko. Wersinski looking for options for the Green Hornets as it's a bounce pass off, intended for Lugo, taken away by Delano. Delano finding open room again, near side, looking to find an option, stripped away by Maury. Wersinski, this is back to Heldwin. Heldwin just out of the reach of Tony Lugo as he skates after the puck. 2 defenders back for the Grey Wolves. Green Hornets feeds it up to Heldwin, shot blocked by Quicko. Jeff Quicko just returning from a trip out west as he gets back in full stride here in over 50 hockey play. This pack is quickly dumped in by Michael Levesque as Green Hornets change up their lines, gets it back to DeMezzo. DeMezzo with 2 Green Hornets on him, trying to skate him, could not. Wakowiak strips it away, gets it back to Delano. Off the tip is DeMezzo, looking to get it back in the Green Hornet zone, regroups, fires back far side, got it to Delano. Delano making sure everyone's on side, and he goes ahead, pass it back to DeMezzo, right side, shot fired, deflected off of Sharina. Costello trying to move this up quickly. Mark Walker keeps it in the Green Hornet zone. The bounce deflected off of John Oliverio, and here comes the likes of Michael Levesque into the Grey Wolf zone, looking for options quickly. Looking just out of the reach of his man. Oliverio trying to stay alive with the puck, taken away by Walker, and Paul Delano gets out to Phil Fields, shot fired in by Sharina. Knocked back, here comes Delano, looking for DeMezzo up center ice, knocked away by Sharina. 7.5 in the opening period, 1-0 Green Hornet lead as the Grey Wolves are trying to come away with 3 straight wins, as are the Green Hornets. And right now, Andy, obviously, as you can tell from these winning streaks, someone's is going to end here today. Well, no doubt about that. And right now, you look at the way both of these teams have been playing right now, and it's been back and forth, neck and neck. The Grey Wolves could not be any more in a prime position in their fall 2019 campaign. It's just a matter of moving up the puck quickly. This puck back to Wersinski. Wersinski looking for Costello as the puck bounces into the visitor bench. And right now, Andy, it looks like the Green Hornets are currently being matched right now. Dave Wakowiak just struggling to try to put anything up offensively. Well, of course, you got to get him rolling early on, and it's easier said than done. I mean, Dave Wakowiak, once he gets in the zone, we've seen why he is one of the better scorers of this fall 2019 season. 12 goals so far, leading all goal score. Or check that. You look at his averages right now, scoring 2.4 goals a game, leading the over 50 hockey league. And, you know, that alone says itself that he is an ultimate finisher when called upon. Buda. This one taken away by Heldwin. Riding off the boards. Field trying to take it away, could not. And it's back to Quicko at center ice. Quicko finds John Castigliola looking for options, and he gives it away. Wersinski takes over with the puck. Back is to Buda, left side. Can't control the puck. And Buda struggling to find a teammate. He finally gets it off. Finds Thompson. Shot blocked by Aubie. Aubie on the move, feeds it up to George Butler, and he's got a handle on the puck. George Butler currently one-on-one, forced to dump it in the Grey Wolf end. And of course, at that ability, Angelo, I mean, one of these days we're going to ultimately see George Butler take a chance here on a breakaway chance, but of course, in that drive, not today. Butler gives it up to Buda and the Grey Wolves as they are on the move. This is back to DeMezzo near side. DeMezzo stopped by Wersinski as he regroups. And Lightning Lou forced to dump it into the Green Hornet zone as the Grey Wolves make a few substitutions. Elwin regroups for the Green Hornets. Just out of the reach of Tony Lugo as Paul Delano regains possession of the puck. He'll take it all the way back in his zone as Delano searching for options out of the reach of Demeza and is back in the Green Hornet zone. Not bad decision making there by the 5-star, but the Buffalo, New York native just has to be a little more aware of his options. He has the ability to carry it a little bit more, but nevertheless, you have to use your abilities to your advantage. And there, that time, I think, Andy, you could have done maybe just a little bit better than dump it away. Everybody has their ideals and situations, but of course, you know, with it being early on, Grey Wolves have known these Green Hornets to take advantage later on in the game. So what better time to do it than in the first period? Well, no doubt about that at all. I mean, it's one of their strides that they need to take advantage of, and if they don't do it, then, you know, it only hurts their chances of even trying to win this one. It's all about what you can do in the situations. This is back to Delano, steps up with the puck. Delano looking for a pass option, could not get it off as the Green Hornets take it away. 4:26 in the opening period. Green Hornets holding on to that 1-0 lead as Delano skates around. Will hold on to the puck this time as he enters Green Hornet zone. Delano looking back for his man, taken away by Sharina. Finds an open Wakowiak, first breakaway chance of the day, hits the near side post and couldn't connect. Oh, and you know, Dave Wakowiak is just warming up there, but even there on their first shot, almost could have been a splendid goal had it had the other angle and direction, and I expect to see more of that from Mr. Wakowiak. Thompson looking for options, skates around, wraparound chance, feeds it back over, shot taken, back rebound shot as he falls down, doesn't go anywhere, as Paul Levesque tried to get something going on the board. This puck coming all the way back in the Grey Wolf end. Thompson stripped loose by Wersinski. Taken up by Thompson, just out of the reach of Ken Buda as it gets over to Demeza, far side corner, sets up to Buda, knocked off by Wersinski.
Brendan, do you have a walkie?
This is off to Demeza. Demeza stopped by Heldwin as this puck goes out into the center ice. Retrieved by Walker for the Grey Wolves. And right now, Angelo, in the past couple of minutes, it really doesn't seem like we've seen that hard, aggressive effort from the Grey Wolves. They've just been keeping up pace with the Green Hornets, which has really played into Green's advantage so far.
Goal home team 12 for 3.
Maury's shot deflected and rebounded. This one gets back over to Delano. Delano on the move the other way. 2:21 in the opening period. And this one gets back over to Chewy as he regroups. Pass back opposite direction for the Grey Wolves. Chiquetto from Delano. Castigliola far side shot taken. Chewy trying to hang on for the save, and he does. And of course, in the real world, he goes by Phil McClung, but here in the hockey realm, he is known as Chewy. Chewy giving up just 3.17 goals a game thus far, and over 50 hockey best on the season. Well, Chewy has always been a consistent individual, Angelo, and he's been one of those keepers that you can always rely on him to get the job done if needed. But of course, as well, you have to rely completely on his shoulders, it's a little bit of a tall order, but nevertheless, he does find a way to stop you on the defensive side. Wakowiak once again doing what he does best with the finishes, and the Green Hornets extend their lead 2-0. And so for Mr. Wakowiak, that's goal number 13. And again, you couldn't have said it any better, Angelo. He just finds a way to finish. And the Grey Wolves knew that that was coming, and they'll have to do a little bit better to stop Mr. Wakowiak, the Green Hornets 5-star player. Shot on net, sucked in for the save. So I want to apologize a little bit for the technical difficulties. The camera constantly being moved around and stuff. New methods, new different ways of trying to communicate. And we do appreciate everybody's convenience factor here. As the shot attempt, pass from his man, taken away by Phil Field. And now moving up quickly, Thompson trying to find some options. Couldn't get it around Chewy. This is the Mez off the corner, bouncing off of Chewy. Grey Wolves not there for the finish. And this one gets cleared out of the zone. Into the final minute now of the opening period. Green Hornets changing their line. Field just out of the reach of the Meza, and it's coming back for an icing call. And that's what I was trying to refer to earlier, Angelo. One of the things for this Grey Wolf team is they have to be a little bit smarter in terms of the puck play. And not to say they haven't been doing that already, but they have to find ways to maybe take a little bit more advantage of the puck control that they have here. It looks like their first option is to dump it more or less than it is to try to make something out of it, capitalizing on it. You know, we saw Paul Delano do a little bit earlier, and now in that situation, the Meza just a little bit far up to Phil Field on the chance, and it went back for an icing call. Have to be a little bit smarter and take more puck control care, and the Grey Wolves will significantly increase their chances of trying to tie this up. Puck going back into the Grey Wolf end. Walker gets it back to Delano. Delano misses Buddha, taken away. This is a big opportunity for the Green Hornets, as getting knocked off the puck was Oliverio. Walker will keep the puck, finally gets the pass off to the far side as time expires here in the first period. Green Hornets find a way to put 2 on the board early on, but the fight is certainly not over, and we'll have more Over 50 hockey action on the other side of this break. You're watching Over 50 Hockey's Game of the Week on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. And just before we start the second period, a look around the standings at the midway point of the fall 2019 season. We have never seen it so tight since the league expanded to 6 teams at this point, but every single team has found a way to be within a half game of each other. Green Hornets leading the league at 4-1-1, followed by the Blue Bombers at 4-2, Grey Wolves with a 3-2-1 record, Gold Knights at 4th place with a 3-3 record, Black Aces at 2-3-1 on the season, and then the Red Army just a half game behind at 2-4 after coming away with a win over the Black Aces 5-4. Delano wasting no time here early in the second period. Will take off with the puck. The man out of Buffalo into the Green Hornets zone, lost the puck, and here come the Green Hornets other way. Oliverio, shot fired, blocked away by Chiquetto, and stopped on the puck by Jay Hannon, who fills in for Bob Gardner. Hannon normally playing goaltending for the Golden Knights coming into today in the absence of Gardner. And how important is his game here for the Grey Wolves? Oh, definitely, Angelo. It is absolutely important because this Green Hornet squad is going to find ways to continue to extend their lead, and he's going to need all the effort he can. Wakowiak and Delano on the face-off. This one gets back opposite direction to the Meza. Out to Wersinski, struggling to hold on to the puck. Chiquetto, check that. Costello, or check that. Levesque adding pressure. This one gets back to Delano. Delano near side. Finds the Meza on point. Shot fired, bouncing around. Chewy looking for the finishing touch. No one there for the Grey Wolves. And just like we saw last week too, Angelo, when the Green Hornets played the Blue Bombers, not very many opportunities offensively for the Blue Bombers, but when there were chances, there really is not that person to finish on the offensive end, which really kills any offensive opportunities you might have. Buddha finds Thompson. Thompson, this is back to DeMezza, finds up for the shot, looking for the tip in hand. Was Thompson, couldn't finish. As Helwin takes over with the puck for the Green Hornets. Helwin on the move. George Butler far side skating up. 2-on-1 at the moment. Delana showing pressure, and it's stopped for the save by Jay Hannon. So Grey Wolves continue to finish up their lineup change. With 10-12 to go in the second, Green Hornets with a comfortable 2-0 lead at the moment, trying to improve their record to 5-1-1 on the season. Castigliola will take the face-off against Helwin deep in the Grey Wolf zone. Phil Field will check in at right wing. Walker feeds it back to Quicko. Off to the side, Chiquetto trying to get it up and away, could not, as the Green Hornets were able to get the puck. Now back to Chiquetto again. Or check that, not Chiquetto. Brian Vick is the number 14 designated man for the Grey Wolves today. As Helwin finds Sharina back to Helwin. Helwin biding his time, looking for options. Grey Wolves have the points covered. Gets out opposite direction. Levesque with the shot on net.
Sir, can you open the side door really quick? Pop it open.
Quicko finds Sharina, shot fired, bounces off a hand, and rebound chance by Helwin. Nothing there. Third opportunity by Lugo as Walker dives over the keeper. Green Hornets keep it in the Grey Wolf zone as Walker regroups. Butler almost there for the tap and finish, and it comes back to Levesque instead. Levesque on point, will take a shot on net, Hannon knocks it away. Quicko picks up the rebound, gets it off the boards, finds Field around Sharina, and the puck is back in the Green Hornet end. And right now, Angelo, as we're in this second period, if the Grey Wolves are going to be looking for a chance to potentially get things going, again, this is where the Green Hornets strive in their game, is second period action of scoring. And so if you're able to put a goose egg on the board for the Green Hornets in the second period, you significantly increase your chances of winning this game. Sharina back with the puck. Off to the boards and sides, it's Delano who gets the puck. Delano finds his man in Levesque. Levesque just out of the reach of DeMezza, and this one heads back in the Green Hornet end. A missed opportunity there. The passing has been nearly perfect for the Grey Wolves. It's just the decision-making is just costing them some valuable opportunities to tie this game, or to try to get back in this game, to lead ultimately up for a tying goal. Delano. Back around now, this is to Thompson. Thompson finds it open to Mezzo, looking for a finishing chance. Shot taken, knocked off by Chewy. And that has been an absolute struggle for DeMezza this season. That's one of the reasons why he just scored his first goal last week, is he's been more or less focused on setting up the plays for this Grey Wolf team, that when he tries to go out and tries to score for himself, he has been getting shut down, and he has been costing himself some opportunities there. And of course, that's not to say that DeMezza isn't a prolific player. He finds ways to be valuable in any situation he gets in. And of course, the stats this season really don't do him justice. I mean, 1 goal and 6 assists has been 1 goal and 6 assists has been so key. And you know, despite the standings from the statistical standpoint, if you will, from that, a very valuable player. Well, we've seen many times, Angelo, why Lou Demeza is a valuable player in this over 50 hockey league. He finds ways to get it done, and so far this season, having to step back a little bit and be more of a playmaker. This pass up just past Phil Field. This one back out to Maury. As Aubie slips and falls, Castigliola takes a shot on net with 6.5 to go in the second. This puck comes back over to Walker. Back to Quicko. Castigliola's shot fired into the glove of Chewy for the save. So as you continue to stop the Green Hornets from an offensive standpoint, the Grey Wolves, you can tell right there, Angelo, already taking the second step, and that's to create opportunities, take shots on net, because they know with Chewy they're going to get rebound opportunities. Elwin and Demeza on the face-off. Delano and Thompson back at the defensive positions. Thompson regroups, looking for Delano, and the Grey Wolves are forced to regroup. You got to be a little bit more careful with the puck, and we've said that already, Angelo, on this broadcast. The Grey Wolves definitely pass it to one another. Really strong passing in terms of the connections, but when it comes to the decision makings and how they're doing the passes, that is one area of their game they could definitely improve on. That would significantly make them even a better team than they are already. Thompson with the shot fired into Maury, rebounds. This is back to Delano. Winds up for the shot, kicked out by Chewy. Delano once again getting his own rebound. Finds a way to regroup. This is out to Demeza. Back to Thompson, far side. Thompson biding his time, shot kicked out by Chewy, and almost a finishing touch for Levesque. Grey Wolves want a call on Borsinski, but the referees are not going to give it to him. And that could not have been any more of a perfect opportunity for the Grey Wolves. Oh yeah, right there. I have to admit, you know, Wasinski's trying to knock Michael Levesque or Paul Levesque off the puck. Levesque was right there for the positioning, and I'm kind of surprised myself, unless if there's something we didn't see down there. You know, that was an opportunity for the Grey Wolves, and they were certainly robbed of it that time. 5:06 in the second period. Green Hornets up 2-0 over the Grey Wolves, as Demeza takes the face-off against Wakowiak. Back is out of the reach of Butler, and here come the Green Hornets. Oliverio fires the shot just out of the reach of Hannon. Sharina gets it back over towards Quicko. Quicko deflected by Wakowiak. Butler backhands this one just off to the left. Quicko with the rebound. And it's Vic who got it out of the reach. Demeza skating after the puck, but is beaten out by Levesque. Puck comes back to Wakowiak. Backhand pass over to Butler. Feeds it up. Oliverio with another shot just off of Hannon. Walker rebounds. This is out to Vic again. Pass off the boards, intercepted by Quicko. Quicko off the board. Looking for Vic. Taken back by the Green Hornets. Wakowiak. Biding some time, gets the pass out. Shot fired to Oliverio, couldn't connect. Oliverio for the rebound from Wakowiak. This is back to Michael Levesque for the shot. Bouncing off of Chiquetto and regrouped by Sharina. Hannon with a piece of the puck. Heldwin trying to go for a wraparound chance, working off of Walker, and now Quicko. Heldwin beats it back out to Sharina. Check that. Maury with the shot and slides right off to the left side. Heldwin. Maury's shot attempt, bouncing off of Hannon and right to Quicko and taken away. And And who says the bounce of the puck is not very valuable in situations like these? Did you see how that puck just slipped past everybody by the crease? 3 Green Hornets were right by Jay Hannon waiting to tap it in the finish. But of course, with the puck sliding out in the direction of the bounce, really gave the Grey Wolves new life there, and Quicko was able to pick it up and keep the puck moving. Buda moving the puck himself, looking to capitalize on a chance, but it's Wersinski who knocks it away. This is back to Morey. And Morey's pass just out of the reach of his man in George Butler, and an icing call upcoming. 2:38 in the second period. Grey Wolves trying to keep this to within a 2-goal difference against the first place Green Hornets in the standings. And right now, Angelo, you see a strong lineup for the Grey Wolves. Another chance for them to capitalize in the Green Hornet zone. And you have Paul Delano who's setting it up for them. Delano keeping it away from Heldwin and now from Butler. And just that time, the potential offsides call, and the Grey Wolves were forced to regroup. Puck taken up by Thompson into the Green Hornet zone. Thompson working far side, gets it out to the corner. Intercepted by Heldwin. Off the glass. Delano keeps it in the zone. Delano now back to Thompson. Sets it back opposite direction, and Butler there waiting for the puck for the Green Hornets. Gets it on the move. Butler taking a lot of time. And this one taken away by Buda for the Grey Wolves. This is back to Wersinski. Demeza. Shot chance, just knocked off of Chewy. This is back around over to Wersinski. Out to the side, Buda with the chance to finish, hits it off the right post. Gets his own rebound, but passes it to Wersinski. Butler. Passing in opposite direction for Morey. Buda with the chance to finish, now shot chance off the post. Grey Wolves trying to attack. Gets another near chance there. A second opportunity by Paul Levesque, and this time just out of his reach. Delano on point. Winds up for the shot. Chewy falling on short and saves it. You know, how many more opportunities, Angelo, will the Grey Wolves get that are going to be so smooth, so clean? And right there for the Green Hornets, that defense just came in so strong that time. And what an effort there by Chewy and the defensemen and the defenders in all to stop that drive for the Grey Wolves. So Castigliolo will take the face-off for the Grey Wolves against Wakowiak. Field shot just off the glove hand of Chewy. Abi passes it back. Green Hornets regroup quickly. This pass out to Oliverio. Shot fired into Walker. Rebounded by Levesque in the corner. Oliverio. This is back to Sharina. Sets it to Wakowiak by center. Wakowiak shot fired off of Cannon. Just out of the reach, Phil Field. Bounce pass out to Castigliolo. Will fire the shot into Sharina. And there again, Angelo, another opportunity. He had a man right to his left that he could have passed it off to set it up. But again, the Grey Wolves are picking the secondary option, the latter option, and they're just killing themselves out of even more opportunities. Sharina getting it away from 2 Grey Wolves. And the buzzer sounds to signal the end of the second period. And right there, Grey Wolves a tremendous job of keeping the Green Hornets from scoring. And of course, that is a definite shout out for the Grey Wolves as well. This is the first time now where the Green Hornets have been stopped in the second period all season without scoring a goal. And that helps their chances tremendously. Now it's a matter of putting some offense together. They have the pieces to do it, Angelo. They're just 2 goals away from tying it up to make it a real exciting game of the week. We'll take a break here ourselves. Second intermission. Green Hornets hanging on to a 2-0 lead over the Grey Wolves. We're just moments away from starting the third and final period as the Green Hornets up 2-0 over the Gray Wolves. Green Hornets trying to keep their winning streak intact and add some cushion room to their first place standing in the fall 2019 season. Gray Wolves trying to close the gap and perhaps make it a 3-team race for the first place spot. And of course, with both of these teams with just 5 games after today, lots to be looking forward to for the fall 2019 season. Well, no doubt about that, Angelo, and that's what makes the over 50 hockey season so exciting every time, especially when you look at the standings and everybody's just a half game within each other. You know, this is the first time in a long time, Angelo, where this truly could be anyone's season, anyone's Stanley Keg opportunity, and that's what makes it more enjoyable. Jason Dodano getting ready to drop the puck. It'll be Paul Delano and Scott Helwin on the faceoff to start this third and final period. And with the puck drop, Thompson trying to regroup quickly. Delano off to the races on the far side, covered by Helwin and Wersinski, who manages to get out to the corner. Helwin back over to Aubie. Roger Aubie looking for options, intended for Helwin. Aubie back with the puck, backhands it to Helwin. Field knocking Helwin off the pass attempt. Gets out to Thompson. Off the stick of a Green Hornet and Brian Costello, and now regrouped by Thompson around Helwin. Gray Wolves working quickly. This is Thompson. Buda with a shot fired just off to the right side, rebounded by DeMeza. And the shot goes through. Luis DeMeza with his second goal of the season cuts the deficit to 1 for the Gray Wolves. And how about that, Angelo? Finally some time where Lightning Lou gets a little bit of praise. And again, this is just an advantage effect there after stopping the Green Hornets in the second period, and now the Gray Wolves making this a game again. So just getting word from Connor Bortz as the official stat goes in the books. Lou DeMeza, an unassisted goal to get the Gray Wolves back in contention in this game and getting themselves on the scoreboard for the first time today. Quicko out to Sharina. And this one goes back in the Green Hornet end. Puck off the stick of Castigliola as the pass goes back opposite corner. This is to Wakowiak in center ice. 2 defenders back for the Gray Wolves, just out to the left side. Sharina shot fired off to the right side. Aubie gives it back to Castigliola and the Gray Wolves as this gets bounced back. And Morey will hold on to the puck, trying to regroup for the Green Hornets, but gives it right back to the Gray Wolves. Paul Levesque chases the puck into the Green Hornet end as Sharina strips him loose. Sharina trying to get this one away. And this one out of the Green Hornet zone. Walker resets for the Gray Wolves. Puck comes back to Sharina. Castigliola knocked out by Sharina. Heldwin trying to get a handle on the puck, and he's loose in center ice. 2 defenders back for the Gray Wolves. Heldwin working right side and now skates around and regroups. Pass just out of the reach of Lugo. Quicko trying to take it away, and he clears it out of the zone. Walker. Puck back in the Green Hornet zone. Wersinski trying to look for options. Delano knocks him off the puck. Here comes Buda. Ken Buda with center ice. Back to Delano. Can't reach for the finish. Gray Wolves regroup. Delano's second chance effort. This is back to Thompson. Thompson up to Phil. Field can't handle the puck and taken away now by Helwin. Scott Helwin on the move. 2-on-0. Check that 2-on-1 for the Green Hornets. Helwin shot fired and shot high. 8:54 in regulation. Green Hornets hanging on to that 2-1 lead as it goes off of the stick of Delano. Back to Wersinski. And Wersinski almost got that puck stuck into the ceiling, but nevertheless it comes back down. And now this is where we see the Grey Wolves in their prime position, Angelo. Right here is where they thrive best. They find ways to do it before. And that's why they score most of their goals in the third period. It's times like these where it's the perseverance and then they just turn it on. When you talk about perseverance in the third period, Andy, and I don't think we've ever seen these stat lines before, but for the Green Hornets, they have scored 13 of their 34 goals in the third period, and we have right behind them 4 teams out of the 5 that scored most of their goals in the third period with 11 total goals, with the exception of the Golden Knights that do most of their scoring in the first period. As Demeza looking for Buda, taken away by Levesque. Michael Levesque looking to get around Demeza, does, but not around Thompson as Delano regroups. Aubie finding some options. This puck bouncing off of Delano. Sharina trying to get it away from Delano. And so this one gets back to Oliverio. Around to Wakowiak. Couldn't handle the puck. Delano. Back out to Sharina. Intercepted by Demeza. Sharina trying to cover him far side. Buda with the chance here, looking to finish. And just couldn't get the handle on it. But part of that as well is that defense by the Green Hornets. They found a way to stop him once again. And really, Angelo, the only time you're going to stop Ken Buda is if you contest him and contest his shots. So face-off will take place deep in the Green Hornet zone. Grey Wolves itching to tie things up with 7:35 in regulation. As face-off will be commenced, John Castigliola repping the Grey Wolves. Helwin repping the Green Hornets. Wersinski bouncing puck, fielded by Quicko. Bouncing puck just off to the right side of Chewy. This puck a wraparound shot, and it'll be cleared out by Wersinski. Got to find better options than that if they're going to be looking to keep things rolling. You have to be a little bit smarter with the puck, and you know, I sound like a broken record player for saying that too many times about the Grey Wolves in this game today, Angelo, but that's truly what we're seeing right now is just they're having their chances, and even with the few more chances they may have, it's just they're deciding to do something else. So with the icing call, the puck will come back deep in the Grey Wolves zone. Face-off takes place there at Helwin and Castigliola again. Puck from Walker gets it back to Quicko. Off the boards, Wersinski keeps it in the zone. Back in the Grey Wolf end. Near side corner is Helwin. Helwin trying to get it around his man. Or check that, his defender in the likes of Brian Vick. Puck just off the stick of Costello. Helwin back. Looking for options. Walker dangerously close to Helwin with the puck, but they're able to get it away. Helwin. Out is to Castigliola, bouncing off of Wersinski. Here comes the Grey Wolves. Paul Levesque, far side, looking to capitalize. And Chewy's there for the stop. Oh, that's super unfortunate there. A breakaway chance, and anytime you have those one-on-one chances, you're going to need to be a little more finesse on Chewy than just a simple shot. And once again, Angelo, another big chance there for the Grey Wolves, denied by the Green Hornets. Puck is back, bouncing puck. Off around to Buda. Off the boards, it's Thompson. Thompson winds up for the shot, deflected by Helwin's stick. Back around from Demeza, Helwin takes it away. This puck back to Michael Levesque, and the referee halts play. Not exactly sure if it was a foul of some kind, whether it's a high stick or maybe an alternative foul we haven't known about, but nevertheless, Grey Wolves get an opportunity to reset here. Delano and Wakowiak face off. This is from Buda back to Thompson. Thompson shot fired, kicked out by Chewy. Levesque looking to clear this one away for the Green Hornets. This is back to Lugo. Off the skate of Wakowiak. Gets it through and comes back to Thompson. Thompson back to Delano. Off the skate of Wakowiak. Sharina gets around, now finds Levesque. Off the boards from Lugo, and now taken up by Wakowiak, far side. Only Phil Field back. Wakowiak spins around field, looking for the shot, and taken away by Delano. That time, Wakowiak trying just a little too hard there. I could understand why he did the stop, start, step, stop field, but just took a little too much time in the process. Enough time for Delano to get back and strip the puck loose. Well done by the Grey Wolf defense. Puck slides around. Big opportunity for Buddha for the tying finish and gets knocked away. Green Hornets sliding around defensively. Puck comes back around to Aubie. This one off the boards is going to head all the way back into the Grey Wolf end for an icing call. And now both teams will get some fresh legs out there, Angelo. We might have ourselves an exciting game of the week. .442 in regulation. Grey Wolves just looking for additional opportunities to just get that extra goal to tie things up. Green Hornets on the move the other way. This is Oliverio on the move. Oliverio's shot kicked away by Hannon. Heldwin gets a piece of the puck, regroups, just out of the reach of Brian Vick. Wasinski's shot fired, deflected off of Hannon. Heldwin for the finishing touch, and it gets knocked away. Heldwin and the Green Hornets trying once again to add another one on board. Walker redirects the other way. Out to Butler. This is out to Castigliola, deflected by Oliverio. Chiquetto looking for his man and Vic could not. Maury finds Butler. Out to Castigliola. Into the Green Hornet zone. Grey Wolves looking for that tie. Kicked out by Chewy. And again, every time you see that kick out, Angelo, the Grey Wolves need to find somebody there waiting to kick it right back into the net. It's there. They just have to position themselves to get that tie goal. This is Heldwin, just out of the reach, trying to make a finishing touch. Hannon knocks it out of Heldwin's reach. Another flat touch. Heldwin trying to get up on his feet. No Grey Wolf defenders back, but luckily for them, there were no Green Hornets to finish. Oh, and that could have been disastrous for both teams, depending on the way that played out. But luckily for the Grey Wolves, they were able to get it away just in time. This puck heading back into the Green Hornet end, slides back for the icing call. No icing, check that. Referees at the last second deem it to be a no icing affair, and play goes on. Delano skating around looking for options. Looking for a shot chance. It's Wakowiak who takes it away. Fires high, and this one heading back into the Grey Wolf end. Hannon with the puck. Flips it up to Delano. Delano off the boards, off the skate of Thompson, and taken away by Wakowiak. Wakowiak flips it high and clears it away from the Green Hornet zone. This is back to Delano. Around two Green Hornets, and here comes Delano far side in the Green Hornet zone. Delano can't connect with Demeza as it gets back to Demeza. Chewy kicking it out. Backhand chance for the Grey Wolves, and Chewy's there to fall on it for the stop. Grey Wolves in the position that time, but now it's a matter of finishing. You have to keep finding ways to punch it in. And you know Chewy's going to be out there waiting to hold up against you. 2:04 in regulation. Grey Wolves once again deep in the Green Hornet zone as it's Delano and Heldwin on the face-off. I think based off the indications there, the Grey Wolves will call a timeout. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. So 2:04 to go in the game. And it's an exciting one here at the iSports Forum. 2-1, Green Hornets trying to hang on for the win. Gray Wolves just needing an equalizing goal, and they got 2 minutes and 4 seconds to do so. But nevertheless, it has been quite the thriller so far here in our game of the week in over 50 hockey, as the Green Hornets hanging on to a 2-1 lead at the moment, trying to continue to get those wins. But for both teams, real quick, you look at the offense, and coming into this game, the Gray Wolves scoring 11 goals in the past 2 games, Green Hornets scoring 13, and now today, scoring no more than 2 goals representative of both teams, as it has been quite the defensive battle here at the iSports Forum's North Rink. And you gotta look at the way this game's been going so far. Both teams knew that they were gonna have some offensive threats, so it was about the defensive factor, and right now, defense has been very overvalued over the offense here tonight. Delano sets it back over to Thompson. Gray Wolves put it through, and they tie it up. And just like we mentioned on the last one, it took steps and steps for the Gray Wolves. First, it was shut down the Gray Wolves in the second period. The second step, continued to find opportunities to have a second man to finish up, and now they did it. They put it through, and we have ourselves a tie game with 1:53 to go. And so far this season, Andy, when you look at all of the Gray Wolves...
visitors 8:15 in time.
So we're getting word now. I believe it was Roger Aubie that scored the tying goal. Or check that. We'll get more information back to you shortly. But nevertheless, Gray Wolves now looking for a chance to perhaps win it. More pressure fired, bouncing off of Chewy. Looking to get around, punch back through. Gray Wolves trying to add another chance on the board. Puck comes back over to Walker. 1:11 to go in regulation. Gray Wolves now with the momentum as it gets back over to Helwin. Scott Helwin on the move for the Green Hornets. Walker, only Gray Wolf defender back. Helwin kicked out. Helwin knocked off the puck. And here comes an upcoming penalty on the Gray Wolves. Last thing that they needed here as it gets around to Buda with 53.6 remaining. Oh, and just when you thought, Andy, that this was going to be a penalty-less game, the Gray Wolves putting up a costly penalty on the board in the final minute. And now the Green Hornets just might be rethinking some strategy here. Well, if I'm the Green Hornets right now, Angelo, I might just want to call a timeout here. This is a golden opportunity for you to perhaps get the game-winning goal here in the final minute. You have the chance to do it, but, you know, then again, I'm not the captain of the Green Hornets, so we'll see how it all plays out. So Dave Wakowiak will take the face-off against Castigliolo for the Gray Wolves. And to finish up a point we were making earlier, when you look at the Gray Wolves and how they won some games today, 2 of their 3 wins came against first-place squads at the time. Black Aces were the first one, followed by the Blue Bombers 2 weeks ago. And now looking to do the same thing this time to a Green Hornets squad that has been known to dominate offensively. As Sharina moves this puck up with 40 seconds and rolling as it gets around Warsinski. Delano trying to add some pressure, strips it away. Delano, shot fired off to the side of the net. Warsinski buying some time here. Green Hornets really thinking about maybe taking this one to a shootout. Off the skates of Wakowiak. Off the boards, here comes Sharina, right side. Looking to pass back. This is back over to Lugo. Lugo, finishing touch to Sharina, and they put it through. Max Sharina puts it through as the captain answers the call, and the Green Hornets just might have won this thing. Well, with 7.8 seconds, Angelo, we've seen crazier things happen, so whether it's a miracle chance there, but for the Green Hornets, quite the miracle goal they needed, and that really hurts for the Gray Wolves. And so now Gray Wolves arguing the call, saying that players for the Green Hornets in the crease when Sharina popped it in. But of course, we'll have a chance to look over the video afterwards and see if that was the case. But nevertheless, an absolute heartbreaker if you are the Grey Wolves here, as the Green Hornets come away with a 3-2 victory over the Grey Wolves. We almost thought for a second, Angelo, that the Grey Wolves would have once again done it, to where they could have went this game into a shootout and would have perhaps maybe won it that way. But the Green Hornets held on their own, and they found a way to put it in the last seconds, and Matt Sharina does it for them. What a better way than the captain scoring himself to put it through. And meanwhile, for the Grey Wolves, you knew this team was going to be hot heading down the stretch, but against the best team right now in the over 50 league, the Grey Wolves gave it a valiant effort, and you know they're going to be back for more. Well, you look at this team, and already, when we haven't seen the Grey Wolves in full stride with their full team, they're one way. But when you look at a full team here, the Grey Wolves are just equally as competitive for this season's Stanley Keg. Green Hornets will move on to 5-1-1 on the season. Grey Wolves dropping to 3-3-1. But what a thriller we have seen. And finally, for once, Andy, we don't have a blowout for a game of the week. Oh, no doubt about that at all, Angelo. And it's very exciting that we finally have that exciting goal, where we have an interesting game, where we have a game-winning goal being scored within the final 10 seconds. That is what makes over 50 hockey exciting. So with that, we want to thank everybody for tuning into our game this week. And as always, keep in touch on our Facebook page at ISF Over 50 Hockey, as well as the iSports Forum's website at www.theisportsforum.com for all your stats, standings, announcements, and other updates. So here for my co-partner, Andy Townsend, I'm Angelo Pontello saying so long, good night, and we hope everybody has a blessed week. Take care, everyone. We'll see you back here next time. Green Hornets, thrilling win, 3-2 over the Grey Wolves.